Hello, my name is Lexi Davis. I'm a self-discovery coach, a yoga and meditation instructor, a love enthusiast, and a really playful human being. I serve people through my business, Alive to Enjoy, and this is Heart Snuggles, a holistic wellness podcast where I invite guests to drop into their heart space through authentic conversations and compassionate intentions, all in mini cuddly episodes, hoping that you connect to your truth in the most authentic version of yourself. I hope you enjoy. Bonjour and
Bonjour.
Bonjour to Heart Snuggles. Today is another great day and so happy you're here. And I hope that you're smiling because I'm smiling. And today I brought my bestie, Bananas.
What's up?
Tell us what you do.
Oh, girl. What don't I do? I am Honey, a manifesting generator. Shout out to Human Design. If you don't know, now you know. Yeah, we both are manifesting generators. And for anyone out there who feels like they want and love to do it all and love to have your hands and everything, that's who we are. So yeah, I do a little bit of everything. Right now, I am mostly a mindset coach. I also am getting my yoga teacher training certification. Snap, snap, baby. What? I'm about to do that down dog. Yeah, so yeah. So I'm super stoked about that. Yoga has greatly impacted my life. So cannot wait to teach other people that beautiful practice. I also work for Athleta, super part-time. So I slang leggings as well.
Tell us why you love them.
Oof, love Athleta because Athleta is all about women's empowerment versus what you look like. So we empower women to stand in their unique and astounding beauty. So it's all about that empowerment. Yeah, and girls. We have 2 Olympians that represent our brand, which is beautiful as well. Allison Felix and Simone Biles. And it's also a super sustainable product. So absolutely love wearing it and being at University Village in Seattle, Washington, people.
Go get your hands on a little bit of Hannah's energy.
Yeah, girl.
So we were just having a little chat and I was like, why not record a Heart Snugglies? We were talking about the importance of asking for help and reaching out to your friends and getting another perspective on whatever you're going through when you're just like sitting there like in your muck and feeling like so alone and in all these stories and all these dramas that's happening in your head and these emotions that don't need to be there. And you just like finally reach out to a friend and then like everything's all good in like 5 minutes and everything is so clear. So yeah, why do you think we do that?
Why do you think we do that? Why do we think we need to do that?
Yeah.
Oh, girl. I think we just get so stuck in our own dramas. And Lexi and I were talking about this earlier. I was saying that Mel Robbins made a quote, having anxiety or even feeling anxious, we don't even need to put that label on it, but having anxiety is like having conspiracy theories about yourself, right? So we just start spinning these absolute lies in our head, these conspiracy theories. What if this? Well, then this. What if this? Well, then this, right? And we might even bring our past into it. We're like, well, that happened last time, so why wouldn't it be worse this time? Or like, we do this thing like we're not going to be okay. When have we not been okay, right? We do that too. So I think it's so incredibly pivotal to reach out when you need help, because we get lost in these cycles. We get lost in our head and we need somebody to just ground us. And really half the time we just need to hear ourselves say things and we can work it out then too. And having that safe space, Lex, shout out to you for being so much my safe space, having that safe space to just spew it all out and to hear what perspective somebody else might be able to bring you is so incredibly important. I think that's why we need to do that.
Bravo. What does a safe space feel like to you?
Oof. Such a good question. I think a safe space, I think that when I feel safe, Yeah. When you feel the heart snuggle, you just know, baby. Intuition takes over and your heart rips open. It's beautiful in a good way. But I definitely think that when like both people can like put their egos aside and just be raw, I think that's something that I feel when I can be in that open, happy, and accepting and safe space that we're talking about. And also that nothing you're going to say is going to be judged, right?
You're wrong.
I'm not judging. That nothing's going to be wrong. Lexi, you're so good at, when somebody's upset, when I'm upset, saying you're so right to be that way. You're never like, oh, well, why don't you just be grateful? Don't you hate that, by the way, when people do that?
But fair enough. I used to be like that because I didn't know any better.
Oh,
so, I mean,
yes,
like
such
I
a good point.
was that person, so I get it. And
Yeah,
this is something I'm working on too, is removing the shame. There's so much shame in our society, that's just like so quickly, like it's so heavily ingrained.
yeah.
And I've been really trying to like, whoop, 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 see a shame. We are not carrying you no more. We are flying this year. I'm lifting off that.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Yeah, I lost my train of thought.
Shame, baby. Be no more. Fly away. If you're watching this recording, you would see us both, with wings flying away. So that's the shame.
Yeah. Anyways, thank you. First off, you're so sweet. And
thank you, boo.
Yeah, I just think it's the best feeling ever to like be able to feel validated for your feelings. And that's something I'm really trying to integrate in our relationships, like encouraging people to believe in themselves, which means watching them, let them say yes to things that I know they're going to make a mistake and fall. And that, even though I know so clearly that's exactly what's happening, but instead of trying to fix them, let them do that. But giving them that power of belief in themselves is like, I'm learning that's the best gift,
I could not agree more. Allowing somebody the space to feel their intuition, I think is so, and at the end of the day, that's all you can say. You can offer your feedback like we do for each other. And at the end of the day, all you can really say is, I know that you know what you need, and you know deep inside what you need. So when you come to me with this question, girl, boy, the only one who knows is you, honey. So I think that's so freaking beautiful, Lex, and so true. We have to empower each other. And even with things like people try on clothes and what do you think about it? I get this a lot at Athleta. Well, what do you think? And I'm like, well, how do you feel? And you just start asking questions, and all of a sudden they know how they think in it, and they don't even need my opinion. And I think that would be beautiful if we do you feel the snuggles? Yeah, so that's so beautiful, Lex. I love that. Yeah, empower each other. Empowerment.
Yeah. That was my word of the year. Oh my god.
Really?
Click. The dot
Click.
is connected.
Dude, and that's actually the business course that I'm about to do. Shout out Jess Glazer for Empower. Lexi, I think that's part of the reason that we started this conversation is because I was talking about asking for help from our friends like we're doing right now. Lexi and I were just having a conversation. I needed to ask for some help, and leaning on coaches, leaning on mentors, asking for and then receiving help. And that's something that I just invested in my fourth coach. And I think it's so important to be able to stand on each other's shoulders to reach the top, if you will, or to reach the next level that we're going for. And Lexi, we were also talking about how you were one of my first friends that like switched the way that I see friendship, and I get to stand on your shoulders so many times. You lead me in so many ways. So I love all of it.
So much niceness. I'm overloaded.
Yeah, we have to be able to stand upon each other, right? So I just invested in this program. I've done some other coaches, and I think that one of the reasons we got on this call, Lex, I was talking about how we kind of really need to put our ego away when we ask for help, right? Because first of all, we don't like asking for help as humans, right? We want to figure it out on our own. And the first thing we have to do is ask for help. Say it again.
We're taught to do that. We're not taught connectedness. We're taught separateness.
Yeah, like I don't have the answers because I've been belittled my whole damn life. I have to reach for Lexi, and then Lexi's like, oh wait, but you already know the answer. And I'm like, oh shit, girl, I just needed you to hold that space for me and bring things up to me and stand upon your shoulders. And so the first thing we have to do is ask for that help, right? Which is hard enough sometimes. And then we have to really let our ego lie down so that we can be vulnerable and receive that advice or receive that space. Because truly, if you came out and asked for help, something brought you to this person to ask for help, not only are you going to be able to have that space to hear from yourself, but then you get to hear from that person as well. And you get to integrate that into your thoughts and your body and see how it really feels. Oftentimes we let our egos be a part of that conversation, like, oh, well, I don't know why I didn't think about that by myself, so I'm going to be resistant to it, right? Be resistant to whatever advice this person is giving you, whether it be your coach or your friend or your mom or whoever.
Yeah.
Ego must fly away with the shame.
I agree. Oh, I had so many points that came up, but I was trying to listen. I'm like,
I hate when that happens. Yeah.
Yes,
this is a part of it.
I can't do the two at the same time right now.
I know.
If you're truly listening, you can't be in your thoughts. Like, me, I can't do. Yeah.
No. So, well, thank you so much for being, for actually listening and hearing me.
Yeah.
Wow. How special is that within, within friendship, within having that great relationship.
Ever. So simple.
Being heard. So thanks for that heart snuggle right there.
You got it, girlfriend. It's so fun to we're also talking about how we have less friends now and that the quality is so much richer, like that 100% dark chocolate. No more 50%. It's the real rich. And it's just so much better. Like, oh my God, having friends like this, I really can't describe it in words.
Dude, I feel like it just makes me feel, I don't know. When I look around at the friends I have now and the people that I'm close with, I feel proud.
Yeah.
I feel really proud. And I think that's something to note because, they say you're only as strong as the people who are around you. And if you hear children, that's because I'm in a park and they just drove by on their bikes. Anyways, yeah, I'm proud of the people around me, right? And that's great because we are only as good as the people that we surround ourselves with, right? So when I say that I wish to stand upon the shoulders of giants, I look to all of my friends as well. And I mean, yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. In the past, however long, I've let go of quite a few people, and purposefully, because I didn't want to stand on their shoulders, and it didn't feel like that heart snuggle, if you will. It felt like I don't know about that. So yeah, I'm really in the space of life, quality over quantity, friendships, relationships, clothes, definitely all of it.
And I just love too that we want each other to win always, in every way. We're just no matter what each person is doing, we're so unique and individual, but always for each other is for everyone to win. And it's just so
it's really
fun. We're so supportive of the authenticity, and I think that's what's the best feel. There's no better feeling than we don't all need to be the same. I think we're all so unique, and different, and that's what's so great. We appreciate each other for each other and not molds of one another.
Wow, I love that. And so timely that you would bring that up, by the way, because Cancer season, and then it was just the Capricorn full moon, and theming around being authentic wherever you show up and being the same person, no matter if you're, and this is kind of going to get a little controversial, but work with this group of friends, with family, with your neighbor, just being that authentic you and not conforming, and while you can't drop the F-bomb when you're in an office at work, that's probably not cool, but bringing the most authenticity possible into that workspace. And if you truly don't feel authentic, you actually might think about getting a different job. It does, darling.
Maybe do yourself a
What'd
favor.
you say?
I said, just maybe do yourself a favor and quit your job and do something that
Yeah,
actually fills your soul up, or not.
exactly. You gotta fill that soul, honey. So yeah, timely message that you would say, because truly it's so important that we show up authentically with whoever we're with. So shout out to you, Lex, for being so authentic. And I see this with you and all of your friends. You are the same with everyone that you are with. And it truly inspired me when we met whenever years ago to truly be my authentic weird self, because we're the same weird. Mm-hmm. So I see myself in you and I like what I see.
Me too. And you know, I'm like this because I used to not, this is a big realization I've had recently. The reason that I'm like this is because anyways, I'm trying to say like 16 things at once. Is because I used to not, and I remember people being like, oh, you're different around different people. And I was like, and then I remember hearing other people saying how that's a bad thing. And then I was like, and I just kept hearing how that was a shameful thing that was put upon. Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, I don't want to be that person anymore. I want to become that person who is the same around everyone. And so it's always been about who I want to, like, I heard something and it was always, I feel like, through shame, but still I wanted to become something else because it was a better version of myself. And I was like, how can I get there? And I've been realizing like, that's how I've been like being, because it's not like I'm not just like this, I just got here one day, just woke up. It's like,
yeah,
like I was all those things. And so I didn't want to be those anymore.
Yeah, dude, I hear that. And I completely agree. And yeah, I'm so happy that you went on your journey because it inspired me to go on my journey in so many ways. So, they say that your, God, what does he say? Basically, like your downfalls are your like uptakes, like the things in life that you've gone through that have been shitty are what you get to teach the world. So thank you for going through that because you helped me in my journey. And now we get to be weird AF together.
All the time too, like we're always, it's just a circle, all of the circles, we're always helping each other. Always, it doesn't matter your age, your anything, like we can all learn from each other always. And I think that's what's the most beautiful part about life is like, that's another ego removal. It's like when you think you're better than someone in any way, like no, like we are all the same. And even a celebrity or whatever, it doesn't matter, we're all little human beings.
Little human beings.
And so you can remove that. It's like we all, it just feels so much better.
If we all showed up authentically more of the time, it would be a good thing. And I'm talking to myself too when I say that. Of course, I don't show up authentically 100% of the time. So
100.
No, we don't do anything 100, darling. We are just humans. Yeah. And I think that another thing that I've realized about showing up super authentically is that you will attract the right people for sure. So, and you will also like, what's the opposite of attract? Like you can just like, what?
Subtract.
That's such a good point. Basically, you can get rid of, when you're so authentic, like you're not going to vibe with everyone, right? Like, yeah, you're going to, you're cool with everyone, but you don't have to be homies with everyone. And when you show up authentically, you can really see who is a match for you because you like kind of vibrate together on the same frequency when you show up as like your goofy, weird self or whatever is just like that most authentic, fun version of you. And you're just living and you're vibing and your ego's gone and you're just having a good time and you don't even care if that person likes you or whatever. Then you attract those people that want to vibe with you on that level, and the real friendships will stick around, right?
Yeah. And to also know, and that like there's no right or wrong for either path or either frequency or anything. It's just like they're different.
Mm-hmm.
And
yes,
they're different, and it's not like one better than the other. It's just like,
right,
I feel something different now, and there's nothing wrong.
Yeah.
You like really remove that thing of like when we separate from someone, then it's a right or wrong bad thing. It's just like simply,
it's like, when you look at like your girl's husband and you're like, oh, he's the best guy ever, he's attractive, they love each other, he's such a loving guy, but I would never date him, right? It's like, yeah, we're not the match, but
Yeah.
we vibe together. We're homies.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no right, there's no wrong. Just some people are matched to be friends or in love or whatever.
100%.
We a match. That's why we heart snuggle often.
Yeah. So fun. And what was the last random act of kindness someone did for you?
Oh, the last random. Oh my gosh. I was getting gas the other day and I was going out for my friend's birthday. Shout out Chansey. And I was looking spicy for the first time in a while. I was wearing like a romper or like a little jumpsuit with some heels and like I was done up. And this woman's like, "Excuse me, you look really beautiful." And I was like, "Oh my God, thank you." So
So
shout out to that lady at the gas station. That was nice of you to point out.
mm, you're the second person that said that one. It's like so nice when someone like gives you a genuine compliment. Going back to authenticity, it's like you can feel it when someone's genuine.
Totally.
So
Yeah. And she like went out of her way.
yeah, and I think as like you too, like working in sales, like I was at a store the other day and I was trying on things and every single thing I put on, she was like, "You look so great in that." And I'm like, "You're not giving me any, like, you're not helping me." Like
Yeah.
you're just being a yes man and that does nothing for me. So thank you. Bye.
Right. Yeah. So shout out to come to Athleta. I will give you the hard truth. I will say that one does not fit you, darling. Or whatever you need to hear.
Yeah,
Authenticity for sure.
love it. Great. I'm glad you had that compliment. And what's been bringing your heart joy lately?
Ooh, I've been really excited about slacklining lately. That's really fun. And I go to the beach and there's usually, you know, at least one other person doing it. So you get to meet people every time and slacklining, people come up to you and they're like, "Oh, can I try that?" And it's super fun. So that's been bringing me lots of joy. I get to see a lot of great sunsets.
Yay. Wonderful. Anything else you want to share with the listeners?
Wow, what did we talk about? We talked about authentic relationships and being authentic and showing up for each other, standing upon giants. Yeah, if there's anything that, you guys can do and take away from this, it's show up as yourself. And, sometimes it's uncomfortable, but do it anyway. And also stand upon giants, your friends, your coaches, your mentors, your parents. Everyone just wants to see you succeed. So put that ego away and that shame and stand upon giants for sure.
Yay. Love that. And I also agree. This is something I wanted to say earlier is the power of having a coach is unreal. I've had about the same as you. I think like 4, maybe 5. I don't know. I've done some group programs too. And it's like, oh my God, what you learn about yourself is unreal every time.
Yes.
I'm
And
thinking to myself, like, oh, that's what I spend most of my money in. And it's just so great because like you're not just investing in you're literally investing in your whole community because you just are spreading it with everyone every time you do too. And so it's such a like selfless thing to do.
I love that. I truly think that the old way of quote unquote self-development was doing things. Like you have to go and do, where I think that the new form of quote unquote self-development is really self-discovery and uncovering the authentic self, right? So truly, I agree. I'm paralleled.
Same wavelength. Okay, well, I love you. And what's your Instagrams for the fans?
I love you too. I am Best Life by Hanna, and that's Hanna with 1H. Best Life by Hanna.
The only one. The number one.
The number one, darling. Thanks you. Thank you.